What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching a Ragin Nation show. This is just a web series where we talk about all things matter to me in the world of upcoming films. In this episode, we are going to be talking about Ghostbusters, and specifically the next installment in the Ghostbusters franchise. No, that would not be Ghostbusters 3. That would be the Ghostbusters Reboot. Yes, sadly, Ghostbusters is confirmed to be rebooted. That is 100% official, and all the details are out there. Now, what's very interesting is that Dan Aykroyd actually took over 10 years to get a good script together for Ghostbusters 3. He wanted the entire cast to be back. He wanted Bill Murray to be back, but Bill Murray was the one that actually prevented it from happening, mainly because he just didn't want to be a part of it. It was time for him to move on from the franchise, and he just didn't have any interest in it. But Dan Aykroyd's script involved the entire cast being back. It's been a big battle for 10 years, and more than 10 years as a matter of fact, but finally that battle has been lost. Not only because we tragically lost Harold Ramis, but we're getting a reboot because Sony Pictures decided, look, it ain't happening. Let's just reboot it. So, what does it take to get a film made? Okay, this is what it already comes down to. Well, first of all, you need a writer. You need a director. Oh, you need a studio, then you need a writer, then you need a director, then you need the cast, then you need a production start date, then you have a release date, okay? Well, they got the studio, they got Sony, they got the writer, okay, I forgot who's writing it, but they got the director, that's Paul Feig, who directed Bridesmaids and The Heat. They have their cast. This is the big announcement in this video. They have their cast, and that would be the all-female cast, and I'm going to announce it to you right here. This cast would consist of Kristen Wiig, who was in Bridesmaids and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Melissa McCarthy, who was in The Heat and Tammy. Okay. Leslie Jones from the Saturday Night Live. Kate McKinnon, who was also from Saturday Night Live, and that would be your all-female cast for the Ghostbusters reboot. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed with this cast. I've accepted the fact that we are getting a reboot, but I am disappointed, mainly because I heard names. I heard names like Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence, Tina Fey, Anna Kendrick. I heard names tossed around. But the only one that I really think is funny, look, I even heard Rebel Wilson, who I really like, actually. I think she's genuinely funny. But unfortunately, the only one that I really, really like in this is Kristen Wiig. I like her as an actress. Okay, Melissa McCarthy. I think she just she's not. She forces herself to be funny, or rather, her humor seems very forced. Okay, I don't watch Saturday Night Live, so I don't know who the other two are. But I'm a little bit disappointed with this all-female cast. I mean, like I said, I've accepted the fact we're getting an all-female cast, so let the fans choose the cast. All right, Emma Stone would have been great. Jennifer Lawrence, that would add a great addition to the mix, because now we have a high caliber actress in there, and then throw in Rebel Wilson just for comedy. You know what I'm saying? And then Kristen Wiig, just because she's awesome. Okay, but we're getting something that is totally different, and well, that is our reboot cast. Okay. You know what? Paul Feig wanted to go with Melissa McCarthy mainly because he worked with her in the past. Okay, so we got the writer, we got the director, we got the cast. Now we officially have a production start date, and that is this summer. And the release date, the official release date, will be July 22nd of 2016. Now, isn't that crazy? Okay, we started hearing talks about an all-female cast around November, October, at the earliest, an all-female cast of Ghostbusters in a reboot. That idea, that concept was being tossed around and really being entertained by Sony sometime in fall of last year. Maybe they talked about it a little bit earlier, but it was really being entertained last year. And then look at that. We have a release date, and they're going to start filming this summer. How fast was that? This is how fast it takes to give a bad idea the green light and to give a good idea, 10 to 15 years to get made. Okay? But then in the end, not getting made at all. You know what? I'm pretty sure that Dan Aykroyd feels pretty crummy about this. Okay? Seriously speaking. He took 10 to 15 years out of his life. I mean, not his entire life, but at least, from time to time, he's been working on a script. I mean, he's been trying to make it work for Bill Murray and try to write an easy role for him. Maybe just as a supporting role, and maybe throw in Sigourney Weaver and Sigourney Weaver's son, or rather Dana Barrett's son, in there to be the new Ghostbuster, or he had the idea of having younger Ghostbusters in the movie, and then having the old Ghostbusters be the guys that train them. You know what I'm saying? That's what he originally wanted. But Sony wasn't having it, Bill Murray wasn't having it, and well, they decided to go with something completely fresh and something completely out of the original, out of the original realm of the Ghostbusters concept. It's not that far-fetched from the original realm, but Paul Feig wants to give it an entire facelift, not just by the female cast, but the tone, the action, even the horror elements of the film. He wants to update all that, okay? And you know what? I've accepted it. They can do whatever they want. The cast has already been sealed. All right, the deal has been sealed, and so all we have to do is, if you're curious, then go watch it. I'm curious, I'm going to go watch it. I just want to see how it's going to be different from the original, but I'm really not a fan of the idea, and there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. How do you guys feel about the cast? Maybe some of you guys are SNL fans, and so that's why you're down with this. But I don't watch SNL. I certainly didn't watch The Heat and Tammy, but I do like Kristen Wiig. All right? That's all I gotta say in this video. As always, if you want to see more of my videos, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Wants his Green Lantern to be, okay? It seems like this is an ongoing thing for his version of the DC Cinematic Universe.